Hi there. For Christmas this year, I dreamed big. Budget big, maybe, but big nonetheless. You see, my brother wanted a computer this year for Christmas, a gaming PC. He saw that I got one when I got mine and was like, I want one! Because, that's what brothers do. So, I decided I'm gonna make this a reality for him. And as a kid, I could have never dreamed of having anything like this. Obviously, we were not the most wealthy of families, and my parents and I could never afford something like that. But I wanted to make his holiday, so I decided I was gonna do it. And that's how we ended up with this. My budget to start off with this project was flexible. I wasn't the only one to contribute, as, come on, I don't make that much. I'm not rich. But to make this happen, I had to coordinate my whole family, which was a fucking nightmare. My mother ended up putting in about $100 into the project, which, to be fair, was enough to pick up the sticks of RAM that we needed, which was good. My grandmother then promptly went ahead and put in $200. For this, she was able to contribute for the motherboard and processor combo that we'll be talking about a little bit further into the video. That's not for now, though. And my other grandmother was able to buy Windows for us, which we were able to get for $50 on software ports. So, with that out of the way, that paved the road for me to pay the rest, which was about $300, which is, to be fair, not too much money, but also a good amount of money. So, this is what the build contains. Let's take a look. For the case, we opted to go with a Cooler Master HAF 912. This case usually retails for about $70, but I was able to get one used for completely and absolutely free, which, of course, I'm going to take that over anything else. It's not a bad looking case, and it actually has some pretty good thermals and a lot of space for expansion in the future. As we can see from opening the case up, it's a fairly bare-bones design with a lot of expansion potential. We have a large slot for a motherboard, but we won't really be needing that as our motherboard is fairly small. And we have racks for extra storage, as well as some built-in fans and a USB 3.0 in the top. As we can see here, we were able to pick up an H310M Gigabyte motherboard and a Core i5 8600K processor bundle for $209. This was obtained at Micro Center in Massachusetts, where we had to go and pick it up as it was an in-store offer only. Now, this bundle is incredibly good, as seeing as the 8600 alone would usually retail for about $200 or more. Speaking of our bundle, let's talk about our processor. It has 6 cores and 6 threads, allowing you to have a better workflow and run more applications at the same time without getting bogged down. Along with this, it has a maximum boost clock of 4.3 GHz and a base clock of 3.6. Along with this, as it's an 8600K, it is also capable of overclocking, but I don't think it will need to because of how fast it runs base clocked. For the CPU cooler, we opted to go with the Hyper T4. This cooler has 4 direct contact copper heat pipes with aluminum fins for the heatsink, and reps a 120mm fan with a fan speed of 600 to 1800 RPM. At only $15, this is a good entry-level budget cooler that can still be used for overclocking. I would recommend this cooler to anybody looking for a budget cooler for their CPU, as it does a very good job at what it's supposed to do for the price that you will pay for it. The H310 is an entry-level budget board that supports 8th gen Intel Core processors. I have to say, I am incredibly impressed with this little board and how compact it is and how well it's able to fit everything needed. It supports up to 2666 DDR4 with 2 slots, and surprisingly has an M.2 slot to boot. So yet again, I have to say, for the price of this board, I'm very impressed. next item on the list is an EVGA GTX 1050 Ti FTW. I was able to pick this up for around $169 on EVGA's website, where it would usually be $199. By doing this, I was able to go ahead and get the 1-year warranty, as this was out of the B stock, as it looked like the heatsink before had failed and had been replaced with a new one. This card has 768 pixel pipelines and a boost clock of 1400 MHz, as well as 4 GB of DDR5 or memory or VRAM. Along with this, it's a pretty slick and slim looking card. Obviously, 2-slot card, and has ACX 3.0 cooling. Moving on to the RAM, we picked up 16 GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX. This memory is clocked at 2400 MHz, making it a good choice for a budget build like this. Along with having decent speeds, it also looks very slick with the black heatsink it comes with in our system. Finally, we used my old power supply for the system. This is an Allied 500 watt bronze rated power supply. Although it's not glamorous or nice, it is a passable temporary unit until we have a chance for an upgrade, which hopefully will be coming sometime around March. But I will say that this power supply, while I used it, was very reliable for the time that it was used. So it works for now.
Have you ever felt that way?
I have.
I'm soon going to show you guys some benchmarks that I did with the system all complete. As a forenote, I'm going to apologize for not actually having any benchmarking software running. I was on a time crunch, seeing as we had to get the computer all boxed up, and I'm not very good at getting MSI Afterburner to cooperate, but with that aside, I hope you enjoy and don't mind too much. As you can see here, we're only going to be benchmarking Call of Duty Black Ops 4 today. I went ahead and found the optimal mix of settings for this system, which we will be testing first. This is mostly a mix of, as we can see here, low and medium settings with a couple of options on high, one of which is the anti-aliasing. The game will be running at 1080p with the default render resolution, so of course it's not a 2K or a 4K system, more geared towards the 1080p market. Moving on to the in-game footage, we can see here that it runs consistently at 60 frames per second. The textures and graphics look fairly good, and compared to an Xbox, which is what he is coming from, this is going to be a superior gaming experience for him. One thing that is to keep in mind is that this is a bot match. I didn't want to alter any of his stats or level him up at all. I wanted him to start fresh, so of course I didn't want to go into any public matches. And this is filmed before Christmas, so I don't want to, give anything away. Either way, these were very good results. He's going to be playing with a 60Hz monitor, so I don't believe that he will need anything that is higher than 60 frames per second. And it runs very smoothly and consistently, only hitching a few times. Call of Duty is the type of game that you want consistent frames and little to no stutters, which this system achieves very well. Hell, I would even be comfortable playing on a system like this with Black Ops 4 if I wasn't spoiled by 144 frames per second with my monitor and my RTX 2070. Next, I wanted to see how far I could actually push this build with this game. So I cranked all of the settings to max and went to go see how it would perform. One thing is to keep in mind is although that the settings were maxed out, I was still playing at 1080p, as the monitor that he is going to be using can't do higher than 1080p for a resolution. To my surprise, this card actually performed incredibly well. I was at max settings, I was able to get a reliable and steady 30 frames per second. And although this may not provide the smoothest gaming experience ever, it was one that would be surpassable if you were to play with it. For the 1050 Ti to run as it did, it beat out what my old 1063 gig had been able to do when it came to max settings. I was incredibly surprised by this because that is a good budget card in and of itself, but I didn't think that the Ti was capable of performing as well as it was. To say the least, I was quite proud of how this card performed, seeing as we were able to pick it up at such a low price, getting it for $149, and although it was a B-stock card, this is still a very good price for a budget GPU. With the build completed and benchmarked, we packaged it up and shipped it out on Christmas Eve to be put under the tree at my brother's house. Finishing everything was a relief, but it was soon after that the panic of Christmas set in. I couldn't wait till the morning. What if he didn't like it, or what if he was disappointed with it? I just have to wait. Eventually it arrived, and I'm glad to say that I think it went very well. So now, let's see his reaction. Okay, wait, Jack.
You want to open this?
First,
Kayla, this is from you?
Yeah.
This is.
First, open this. Open that.
Can't say I kind of realize
Yeah,
that.
first open that.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. I gotta.
Record it.
Yeah, I gotta get this on camera.
What? Are you recording?
Yep.
Dude, why my heart? Why my heart? I can't speak. Why is my heart pounding? Oh, okay. Tempo.
So,
Key.
open it up.
Tempo. I need. Wait, I don't need a knife. What am I saying?
No. Yep.
Oh, what the? Oh, it's beautiful.
And also, there's this
Oh my god.
bigger mouse pad.
God. Wait, is this only
Yeah.
for my mouse though?
What?
Is it only for my mouse?
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's for your mouse.
Oh my god, it's such a big mouse pad. Oh my god, because I use it for my Xbox and my mouse a lot of times falls off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What's the name on the keyboard?
I buy power.
What is it?
I buy power.
Here, Jay.
That's the same as Kayla's.
Come here.
What?
So open it from the top.
Okay.
No, just don't. Just do it. Here, wait. I'm gonna have to help you, but
Maybe a whole guy or something?
yeah. Can you hold the camera? Let me take it out for you because be careful. This is your computer, right? Now let me show you what's in it. So we turn it around here. This is it.
Oh,
And if we take these thumb screws,
wait, do you have to take this off?
No, you don't have to show you, just showing me.
yep, I'm just showing you what's in it. Take that. So
What?
there we go.
Whoa!
So
1050?
there's your graphics card.
Oh.
This is your CPU cooler, your power supply. Right there is your RAM, and then right here's your storage. So there's that. And you have one more thing to open over here. And all of this I'll set up for you after Christmas.
Wait, do we have to keep the screws in?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll set all this up for you.
Okay.
Okay.
What, like the computer, get it running?
Yep.
Type thing?
Well, I already got it running. And also, you don't know this, but I also bought you Black Ops 4 for PC. It's already installed and already ready to play.
Fortnite?
I didn't download Fortnite
Yeah,
now.
I'll download it. You can help me download it.
Here we go. And you have one more. No, this wrapping job wasn't as well done, but
Yeah.
So should we not try to set it up? In other words,
I'll set it up for you. I got it.
J.A., you can wait. until-
Well, I can set it up right after. Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying till about 12,
Oh,
so.
I thought you said you set it up after Christmas.
No,
you
no,
said
no,
that
no.
on Christmas, so I'm like, tomorrow?
Tomorrow!
Is this one of these hard
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah. You gotta open the last part, though!
I know.
This was. Be careful, though. This was the worst part to open, to wrap.
I can tell.
Be careful.
What is this? AOC?
I don't know, it's a monitor.
Wait, is this AOC?
Yep.
I'm not even sure what AOC is, but I think it's pretty good. Oh,
So there's your monitor.
oh my god.
Is that AOC?
Yep.
Me too. Huh?
Do you have a power strip around here?
Oh, yeah, it's right there, but I don't know if you can stretch it all around.
Let me go.
I don't know if you can have,
Oh, wait.
I don't know if you have an extension cable. Oh my god. Oh. Woo! Cooler bastard. Well done. My setup, boys. Looks insane. Oh my god. It looks so sick. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh, dang. Jesus.
Jay, look. The screen. Go home.
Yeah, the wire that you brought, remember it had a stripper of...
Edited this, must have.
Yeah.
Can you...
Hey guys, my name is Kayla, and holy shit has this been an experience. So, it's about 2 weeks after Christmas, and this video is getting out very late, as it was supposed to be about Christmas, but I wanted to make sure that I got all the footage, and I did a good job with editing this. I want this to be a very special video, so, I mean, that's sort of why it's taken so long, but I guess it's also given me time to process, and wow, like, I feel it went perfectly. Like, it went how I wanted it to, and I feel so good that it's completed and that he's enjoying it. And he has not gotten off of that computer since he got it, which makes me so fucking happy. Let me say, it's just seeing him being able to enjoy something that I could have never dreamed of as a kid is something that is huge. That's fucking huge to me, and I, like, can't state that enough. Like, that's so just big, you know, that he can have this when, and I could make it happen, that I of all people could make this happen, you know. That's really important to me, and I care about that a lot, and I'm really glad that was able to happen, and I was able to make this work. Now, next up, of course, I have a feeling, and I have to say this out loud to make it make sense. Computer building, you know, you never stop building, ever, really. There's always something that you can upgrade. Like how I just got my new CPU cooler. I just got a liquid cooler. When AIO. You know, there's always something you can upgrade, and there's always more that you can do. So the next stop on our list is to build Emma a computer. Because she wants one, she needs one, she almost had one, she turned it down. So we're going to give her a second chance. And I'm not going to talk too much about this right now. We will do, when the time comes, we will talk about it more. We'll go over the parts and everything and all the plans. But until then, I'm going to keep that under wraps. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to do so many more videos like this. I love building computers for people, and I love seeing their reactions and how happy they are, and just seeing them be able to enjoy it. You know, that really, like, feels really good, you know. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content like this in the future. We're going to be doing more PC building, more gaming. Of course, you know, I love my Call of Duty, but also still doing that tech stuff that I love so much. You know, it never stops. It never stops. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.